Do you have something, Andrew? Still thinking?
I got my game now. Yeah, absolutely.
Game is named. Okay.
All right, chat crew, here we go. We're going to play the ENVIE game. And, of course, she is the Gumbo Overlord, so we are going to give her the first question.
Give her?
Alrighty.
No, she takes the first question.
Hey, we'll take it.
We give her nothing.
All right, Andrew.
Yep.
Has your game, was it published in the last 5 years?
No.
Okay.
I'm showing Wayne the Beans and Dice sticker. So Wayne's in the Beans and Dice crew. So another show you should see on Thursday nights. They do a live, like a sports talk show. They do that for board games, Andrew. So
nice.
It's really cool. It's out of Tampa. So he said not 5. Is that right?
It's not Cult of the New.
Older than 5.
All right, Steve, what you got?
Let me think here.
I've got one.
Go with cooperative versus competitive.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
No cooperative in this.
I figured that one. So competitive game, and it's not within the last 5 years. Is it a big name designer? Is it somebody everybody would recognize?
It's not a big name designer.
Okay, so it's not going to be a Knizia or a Crom.
I mean, it's not a small name designer, but it's not a big name designer.
Okay.
Is it Evan Halbert? Go ahead.
No, he said it's not a big name designer.
That's right.
They have more than 10 games to their credit, so it's not small.
Okay.
But it's not like Knizia or like the Mount Rushmore designers, right?
Come on, chat crew. Come on, give us some guesses here. Give us some questions.
Back
Steve,
to
you're
Verla
up
for a question?
Oh no, back to Verla. That's right.
Wait, what did Steve ask?
Oh, I didn't. I thought we were looping.
No, it's back to you, Steve.
Oh, back to me. Okay. Playable in less than an hour?
Ooh.
So 1 hour wonder?
I would want to play as the high player count, so probably not. Let me double check.
Ooh, there's a little hint there. A little hint.
No, not like high, but like I would want to play it at a solid, no, it's more than an hour at the full player count.
More than an hour.
Okay.
I'll steal Kelly's question. Does it have dice in it?
Patrick's right there too.
I don't
dice, baby.
Double checking. I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh, Steve, he's has watched the show. He's heard you admonish the guest. Make sure you have BGG up.
Oh, he's all over it. He's prepped. He's ready.
Yeah, no dice.
Okay. No dice. Okay.
Good question. Dice on the dice.
If you're looking for dice, no dice.
Yep.
Is it associated with an IP?
No.
No?
Good question from Wayne in terms of mechanics. Area control?
No.
Followed by Kelly with worker placement?
Yes.
Ooh.
Worker placement. Okay.
And he would like to play it at the high player count. Does it have
worker placement is less fun with less players, right? Like worker placement is real fun.
Oh, so there's some blocking involved, a little player interaction there, or indirect action. So is it fantasy based, fantasy theme?
No.
Good question. I was thinking theme is the play to narrow.
Yeah, we got to try to narrow that down. What you got, Steve? You got a thematic?
Not fantasy.
All right, so chat crew, just to remind you, it's not within the last 5 years. It's not one of the designers on Mount Rushmore. It's going to take more than an hour at a good player count. Mm-hmm. It does not have dice.
No dice.
It does have worker placement.
Yep.
And it's not fantasy themed.
Nope.
Is it on BGA?
Ooh. That's a great question.
That is really good question. I have to double check that because it might be.
I did not warn you to get on BGA, but
Wayne says,
I didn't even think about that.
Can you classify it as trading in the Mediterranean? The old trading in the Mediterranean thing.
No, it is not that.
It's not going to be Concordia because that doesn't have any worker placement in it. So.
Yes, it is on BGA.
It is on BGA.
Really?
Okay.
Steve, that's a great question.
That is a really good question.
That narrows it down to like 1,200 games. We're right there.
Thanks, Asmodee.
Yeah, right.
It is, if for somebody that played, I was listening to podcasts and they're like, oh, I played BGA, back around 2017. I just never went back. I'm like, you didn't actually play BGA because it's completely changed since then.
It's much better now. Yeah.
Yes.
There are so many games on there. Mm-hmm. So Kelly wants to know Architects of the West Kingdom.
It is not, even though that is a good game that didn't resonate with me.
I was thinking of the different.
Where are you on the
Shooter Brothers
Garpill games line?
I like them, but I don't like the jail mechanism on that one specifically.
Oh, you don't like that one. You know, that's my nephew's favorite one out of all the games we played.
It's
He
the
loves
most
archetypes.
take that.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wayne has a question. This could be a
Sure.
solution. Maybe.
Oh, that's a great question. No, it does not have a gear.
Oh, it's not
Okay.
Zolkin. Oh,
I like
Okay.
games with gears. Yes, I do.
Mm.
Okay.
Windmill Valley being my new favorite gear game. I really like that.
Mm.
Okay. So we have worker placement.
You know, a gear
Um,
game that I like and everybody likes. In fact, I think everybody here likes is Fromage. Fromage. It was my biggest surprise of the year. I was like, I didn't even back it because this game doesn't look that great. And I played it. I'm enthralled with this game. I'm
And
absolutely enthralled with
That's
it.
R2I Games here in Chicago.
Is that really?
Yep.
Road to Infamy is from Chicago. I didn't even know
Yep.
that.
Actually, I met them when I first started my board game design journey. I play tested their Mafia style card game, and I met them there. And then they went on to do Canvas, and they did this one and a couple of things. But yeah, I haven't talked to them since, which is a big failure on my part. But I did meet them.
I'm telling you, I love Fromage. I think it's brilliant. I really do. I think it's brilliant. So great game. Great gear game. So another love Fromage. Okay, who's
Totally
up?
agrees
Steve?
hard.
I think it's you, Steve. You got a question?
Is it a space theme?
Nope.
So not fantasy, not space.
I like that you give me the easy ones. I don't have to go like hunt things down and make
Yeah.
real easy that way.
Yeah, that. Oh man. Is it board based? Does it have like an
Yes.
actual board?
Got a sizable board. Yeah.
Okay, it does have a sizable board.
Sizable board. Okay.
Not a small one. Not like Lost Cities has that little foldable board that you can actually play with. It's not like that. It's an actual board.
Wayne's giving you the Dinger treatment. He wants to know if it has anything to do with those games from Jason Dinger over here in Louisiana. If I don't know if you played Captains of the Gulf or any of his
not.
games. No?
No.
Or Crescent City Cargo? No.
Nope, not yet.
Got a new one coming out. The Acadians should be coming out next year in 2026.
I always say not yet because I actually want to play all the games in the world, but it's just not possible.
Yeah.
All right.
I have a question. Is it a beige Euro? Beige is a rage.
Ooh, okay. So the board is very beige, but no, it is not a Hansa Teutonica level.
That's
Euro.
yeah.
Okay?
Is it a
Board
T
is
game?
beige.
Is it a what?
Is it one of the T games?
No, it's not a T game, even though I'm a big fan of those. I do
I
like
was going to go to Latham because I don't consider that one of
That's
it is
less
beige.
than
Of
5
course.
years though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
good
I
point.
think
yeah.
all the
point.
are in the 5 range, but
Good point.
Close.
Good point.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you think it has engine building and in addition to the worker placement?
yeah, I think there is some engine building there. Yes.
He wants to know if it's useful tacos. All
Love
right,
it.
Patrick. All right,
Love
Patrick. Somebody sent me a book on how to make tacos for Christmas. I love that. Whoever
That's
did that.
Wayne is guessing Orleans.
Orleans is a great choice, and I really like it quite a bit, but it's not the one I picked.
Not the one.
No.
Okay, is it older than 10 years old?
It
Is it more
is
than 10 years old?
not yet. Wait, hold on. This is
Right on the
2025,
borderline there.
so 2015. It is older than 10.
It's older than 10.
Wait, is it Istanbul?
No.
No. Okay. I'm not thinking. Because that's right on that cusp.
Istanbul has a modular board.
It does have a modular board. Yeah. Yep. It does have a modular board. So it's right on that cusp of that 10-year mark. That
The cusp of 10 years. Okay, let's do
Oh,
the
man.
recap here.
that's kind of Marco Polo time period, right?
Not Marco Polo, but
In that area.
Does it
In
have
there?
a farming theme?
nope.
No farming.
Okay, wait. Is it by the
Spain,
Italian? Is it by the Italian designers?
No.
No. Wow.
Okay.
So it's not one of the big names, and it's more than 10 years ago, and it's not the Italian crew.
And it's
But
not.
he has more than 10 games to his credit, so it's not a small designer.
Oh,
Is
how
this
many games is
game on BGG's top 100?
Ooh, that's an interesting question.
Kalis?
question.
Wayne says
No
Kalis. No. How many games does Odie have? Let me see.
It is outside the top 100, but I'll throw this out there. It is inside the top 350.
Okay.
So it's not like way outside the top 100. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not crazy, but it's outside the top 100.
Oh, we're gonna slap
kick
ourselves in
ourselves
the
on
back of the head when this one.
I don't know.
Oh,
For me, this is one of those ones that most people don't know about, and they should.
oh, a little undiscovered gem, right?
I don't think it's undiscovered. It's on BGA. It's not like it's nothing, and it's in the top 350, so it's not nothing. But I don't think enough people know about this, especially young designers should try to play this game to learn how interesting combo mechanics can work.
Oh, I am totally juiced up right now. Like I'm
Yeah.
dying. I feel like we should know this game. Seriously. Oh, this is killing me.
Is there more than one word in the title of this game?
Yes.
Okay.
More than
So it's not a city name.
Nope.
Is that what you were getting at, Verla?
Oh, that's a good question. Is it? It's not one of the city name games,
Right.
Yep. It's not gonna be turning taxis because that is not worker placement. It's going to be. Oh man, I'll tell you, man. I think we're gonna have to call it. I think he's got us, Steve.
I think so.
Verla.
All right. So I don't want to give it to you directly. I'm going to give you a couple of hints.
Okay.
So let's see if I can.
Okay,
read it.
give us killer
All right,
hints.
chat crew, get ready. He's giving us some hints.
How
Now it's
about-
fingers on buzzers.
This has a historical theme, and it's historical in the United States.
Okay.
Lewis and Clark.
There it is.
Oh wow.
Lewis and Clark Expedition.
The Expeditions. Fantastic.
Okay.
Oh wow. What's your attraction to the Lewis and Clark game?
I love cards that power other cards.
Okay,
So this
yeah.
game, I'm constantly having to sacrifice a card from my hand that I can no longer use because it has to power another card that I'm playing.
Yep.
So if I have a hand of 6 cards, I'm only playing 3 turns. I have to figure out which 3 I'm sacrificing to play the 3 cards I'm going to play. I think that is such a beautifully crunchy decision that I adore. Some of the tightness in that game, I don't. And that game can be swingy based on the power of the cards you're able to get from the market. The Native Americans, stuff like that. Some of them are much more powerful than others. And if they come up and you're just the first to get them, I think that can cause some interesting combos and stuff like that. But it is a deck building game in the way that no other deck building game exists, as far as I'm concerned. You literally pick your cards in your deck, and your deck starts at like 4 cards. Like there's not much to begin with, but by the end of the game, it's about the efficiency of your engine too. You don't want to have 20 cards in your hand. You need to have bare minimum or maximum of like 10 or 12. You don't want to go much more than that.
Yeah.
Because in order to move your piece further down the river, you have to get rid of all your cards.
Well, and my struggle
the
too
more
is
cards
if I
you add-
remember
What's that?
the parts of the climb that you're trying to get up, I always get stuck at those points. It's been a while since I played. It's actually sitting right there. I haven't played it in a while, and I always get frustrated in a good way.
Yeah.
I always get frustrated. It makes me want to play that better. But here's why I'm mad at myself. Think about the game we talked about tonight. Think about the artist. And
I was just about to say that.
That's
I was just about to say that.
Actually, why I picked it. I actually went to Vincent Dutrait and I was like, "Oh man, give me a really good." That's the one. I'm taking that one. All right, that's the one.
This is the Chekhov rule about writing plays. You don't have a musket over the fireplace in the first act unless it's going to be fired in the third. This is the same thing here.
There was a gun on the table. There was a gun on the table. We never let it go.
Someone watches this, they will know from the beginning. It's going to be more like a Columbo episode. You know from the beginning, and it's just the question is how are we going to find it at the end.
Well, just one more question, Andrew. Just one more question now about the artist. The artist. Who is the artist on this one?
Oh, Mrs. Columbo loves Vincent Dutrait. Big fan.
How did we not ask that one question?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, if we say Vincent Dutrait, we start to think about it. Although I'll give it to you, Andrew. I don't think of Lewis and Clark, off the top of my head, so I probably wouldn't have picked it up anyway. It is a game that I like though, so now that you're saying it, I kind of want to get it back to the table.
Yeah, it's ranked 295 overall and strategy game 224 with a 7.4 overall, but the weight is a 3.32. It has a decent level of complexity to it, and it is not a beginner level game. But that's one of those games that, like, if you can get past that frustration or you're okay with the frustration, that game is a glorious racing game. It was literally just the efficiency of your engine. There
was one issue though. It came out with a subsequent game, and I can't remember, maybe called the Discovery or something like that.
So yeah, the Discoveries is actually a dice-based game, and I really like that one too. It's just a simpler, easier to play version of the game.
But there were some people that didn't really like it, and I think that kind of
different
hurt
games.
it. Yeah. I think
It's
that
just
kind of
what your preference is. But it's
Mhm.
essentially if you like the Lewis and Clark atmosphere, or you like what they're doing with the comboing of this and moving down the river and stuff like that, this takes that aspect, but then just makes it dice, so you're not having to build a deck. You're just literally rolling dice and manipulating the dice and figuring out the best way to get the dice to what you need to turn it in for that card. It's recipe fulfillment with dice rolling, is what it is.
Well, good on you,
Great
Andrew,
game.
because that was an excellent choice, and you stumped us in some
Yep.
good hints too
Well
there at
played.
the end, and we should have done that. All right, that is that's our game. I have the wrong one up here. That's why I stumbled. It's the ENVIE game that we played, presented by our friends at Game Toppers LLC. Don't forget, make your game nights a showstopper when you play on a Game Topper. Berkey, a big supporter of Southern Board Game Fest, and that's why we like to feature him on every episode. All right,
He's
board
also
gamers,
a
that's it.
wonderful person as well. If you ever meet him in person, he is a genuinely kind person with a great handshake.
You know, when I left Metplatech, I actually went to go play a game at Berkey. I went to play.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we played Heat, so that was fun. I got to play Heat with him and Grant Lyon, so that was a blast.
Nice. Another person is a wonderful person. Grant Lyon is spectacular.
All right, board gamers, that's it for another episode of Gumbo Live. I want to thank my guest, Andrew Stiles. And before I get to how they can get in touch with you, I wanted to remind him, because I did not know what you said, that there's still a chance, if you want to get Wine Cellar. Isn't that right?
Yeah, the late pledge is going to be open for, I think, the rest of the week. So if you want to jump in and grab a copy and put it in there, you can get it. And it's also part of that whole package. So you don't have to just get my game. You can get a couple other really wonderful games on there, like Big
I
Sur,
really liked Big Sur, by
Mondo.
the way.
Yeah, there's
I
some
really liked Big
cool games
Sur.
in that package.
That was a good one.
Was that Kickstarter or GameFound or go to 25th Century
It
or
was Kickstarter. Yeah,
It's
just go to
Kickstarter.
25th Century.
Kickstarter? You can
And I think
late
it's
pledge
Kickstarter.
there.
There were 4 games. One of them I didn't
It's
care
personal
for.
preference. Don't
Sandart,
be,
yeah.
don't be that way, right?
We're back. We're back to gamer taste buds.
I know.
Back to
I just
gamers'
hate
taste
saying
buds.
that. I'm supposed to be the guy that loves every game, and I just don't talk about the games that I don't like. And Sandart was one that just didn't hit me, but I loved Big Sur and I loved Wine Cellar, and I really did like the one about the Skyports too. That was another.
Oh yeah,
another good
it's a
game.
good one too.
So.
He's also a Chicago designer, by the way.
Is that really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. So
Also,
how can
please send people to the Tabletop Submarine, our podcast. Go ahead and check out. We have lots of great guests. We tell board game stories. So we have our guests on, and you hear some of those behind the scenes stories, things, their favorite game they ever played or most memorable moment. And that's what that podcast is all about. So come check it out.
And Steve, they have better production value than ours. They actually have sound effects like sonar, all these other things. I mean, it's like a real podcast.
When you say that, that just means they have production value.
Yeah, exactly. The baseline is pretty low, but no, they well exceed the baseline, Steve. I promise.
Good.
But they don't have the Gumbo Overlord.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
more Gumbo Overlord.
Just a submarine commander, no Gumbo Overlord.
No, it's like more cowbell, more Gumbo Overlord. That's the only thing you're missing, Andrew. You need some more Gumbo Overlord in your podcast. If anybody has any questions about Tabletop Submarine or about your board games, or even if they're willing to give you their wine choices and let you rate them like we did tonight, how do they get in touch with you?
So I can be found on all social media stuff. You can find me on Facebook. Just look up my name. I'm under, I think, Instagram at Game Designer Styles. And then I'm on Blue Sky. And I forget what it is off the top of my head real quick, but I just
AndrewStyles.blueski.social. Yep.
Yeah, so real easy as far as I try not to be too difficult to find as far as that goes. So yeah, I'm on all those things. I don't love social media, but it's a pretty solid tool for connecting and reaching out to people and sharing stuff. So I'm part of it that way. And I found that board gamers in general are really just awesome people who like to have conversations. So I don't feel like I need to block many people, which is really nice.
Somebody asked me why I like the Blue Sky thing that I have now. I was like, everybody on there is really nice. I like all the Blue Sky people that I have. But I still go. I avoid social media and I'm on it all the time.
Yeah,
it's that conundrum. So make sure to like our Facebook page, facebook.com/BoardGameGumbo, and our YouTube channel. It helps us get the word out about all of our upcoming shows. Next week, we'll be back in the Gumbo Pot Twitch gaming with something called Slay the Spire.
Oh, that's a new hot. All right.
Not necessarily my type of game, Steve, but we'll see how Dude God is bringing it over. So we'll see how that works.
Love it. Kevin says good things.
You never know what you're going to like until you try it.
I like my city-based beige Euros, but we'll see. Slay the Spire. They're talking me into doing it. So, and that's because I made them play a lot of Euros the last couple of weeks. So we're going to get that done. But catch us on Twitch, twitch.tv/BoardGameGumbo, where we play your games live every other Tuesday night. I'm BJ from Board Game Gumbo, and for Andrew and for Steve and for Verla, laissez le bon temps rouler. Good night, everybody.
Good
Good night,
night.
friends.